Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Taylor walks out on Grace, and Bill grills Brooke about her relationship with Ridge. Friday, October 4th, 2024 moment on the Bold and the Beautiful. Ridge tries to get Taylor to hear Steffy and Liam bandy her mama's return, and Brooke decides to try and help Bill. In Grace Buckingham's office, she tells Taylor it's doubtful that she has heart failure. Taylor's confused. "You're telling me that it's broken heart pattern?" Grace says yes. Taylor declares that to be ridiculous. Grace is confident that's what they're dealing with then. She points out the croaker overseas didn't do follow-up tests, or he'd have ruled out heart failure. Taylor shakes her head and informs Grace, "You're wrong." In Forrester's main office, Steffy negotiates a cover shoot with Liam for Spencer Publications. She gets everything she wants. Liam smiles and asks how it's been having Taylor back home. She says it's the stylish. They laugh that all Kelly addresses about these days is her grandmother. She idolizes her. Liam thinks she's at the age where she forms core recollections. Steffy thinks her mama wants to make an impact on them and spend as important time with her grandchildren as she can. At Bill's place, he tells Brooke that Katie shut him down hardcore. Brooke's surprised. Bill says she hasn't made peace with his old jest. Brooke recaps, "Katie doesn't want to be with you because of me." Bill says Katie has her guard up and he can't denounce her for that. Still, he thinks this is the perfect occasion to put their family back together. Brooke observes that Katie's just not ready to do that. Bill says she can't trust her heart with him. Brooke says, "Because of me." Bill replies, "Because of us." Brooke tells Bill she's sorry she knows how important he adores Katie. Bill pouts that he'd so numerous plans for them. The one thing he can't do is take back what he did. He hurt Katie so poorly she may no way completely trust him again. Brooke decides she should talk to Katie, she can get through to her. Bill is an awful man and anyone would be lucky to have him their life. Bill thanks Brooke for seeing the good in him. "I appreciate you." Bill tells Brooke he's concerned about her. She says she and Ridge are happy. He asks why there's been no marriage, no circus. Brooke says they don't need a piece of paper to prove they love each other. "So, you don't have to worry." Bill asks, "Indeed though Taylor is back in city?" In the main office, Liam observes that Taylor has been burning the candle at both ends for a long time now. They bandy her not liking to plant her bases in the same place for too long. Steffy says commodity seems different this time. Whatever it is, it's good. It's drawn her back home where she belongs. Steffy confides that there's another reason her mama is there. Liam prodigies if the reason rhymes with fridge. Steffy says that's up to them, but it's frustrating knowing they're picking the wrong person and delaying the ineluctable. Liam reminds her that the woman in her father's life right now is Brooke. Taylor's about to walk out of Grace's office, but the croaker insists that broken heart pattern has real physical goods. Women can have cardiac symptoms after menopause as well. She has not blocked highways or heart damage. But if not addressed duly, it could pose a trouble to the future. However, she could have a full recovery if she's careful. As Ridge cheers that Taylor's not going to die, she confronts Buckingham. "I'm a psychiatrist, Grace. Don't you suppose I would know?" She's an expert in her field and she's telling her this is all psychosomatic? She scoffs, "Broken heart pattern? What a joke." With that, she walks out. At the Precipice House, Ridge argues with Taylor about Grace, who's one of the stylish cardiologists in the country. Taylor says her proposition is defective. The study of broken heart pattern makes her feel foolish and weak. Ridge points out she has all the symptoms. It's veritably real and reparable. Taylor denies she's suffering from this. Ridge says it's not like her to stick her head in the beach. Taylor's not accepting this. Grace is way off base to suggest this is all in her mind. Ridge says she tutored him the mind and body are connected. It's not commodity she can ignore, it's veritably dangerous. In the main office, Steffy tells Liam her mama's been through a lot. Losing Phoebe, losing her father to Brooke. Liam thinks she's an expert in navigating tough times. Steffy says she had to, and she dived it all with quality and grace. They agree she's a force. Steffy says there's nothing her mama can't handle. That's why she's so good at helping people. She believes her mama deserves to have it all. Liam asks, including your pater. Liam Steffy B&B at Bill's, he reminds Brooke that Ridge and Taylor have a family together. Brooke tells him what he's inferring is preposterous. She and Ridge are so close. Bill points out there's no commitment. I imagine that Ridge has been spending a lot of time with Taylor recently. Brooke says of course, they've a family as he said. Bill bets that Ridge is with Taylor as they speak. At the Precipice house, Taylor thinks Grace is insinuating that she's still in love with him. Ridge says this is reparable. It's not the right time to fight with the croaker. Because she doesn't want to face what's going on with her. Taylor scoffs at the idea that she has a broken heart, like her heart stopped the day he went out of the door with Brooke. She hollers at Ridge about his pride. That's not what this is, it can't be. He tells her, you're alive. Take that. She'll be around for times, but only if she faces this head-on. Taylor warns him not to tell anyone about this, including Brooke. Ridge agrees. Taylor asks, how did I get then? Ridge takes her hands, I don't know, but you're not then alone. I'm then with you. Always. They embrace. Taylor inspired to fight, Ridge makes his passions known. The bold and the beautiful spoilers validate that Taylor Hayes had Ridge Forrester by her side. Following the collapse at Forrester Creations, at least that element of her life has been restored. Taylor returned to Los Angeles, California, believing her time on this cleaner earth was oppressively limited. The heart failure opinion she entered in Europe isn't one that Ridge accepts. When the love of her life prompted her to see a specialist, it just so happened that the soon-to-be family member, Dr. Grace Buckingham, fit the medical bill. She's a famed cardiologist, precisely the type of croaker. Taylor needs to see the bold and the beautiful spoilers, Thomas Forrester and Paris Buckingham returning? Thomas Forrester is the main character on this Cleaner Pieces, but Atkinson's character has been off the day schedule for months. As devoted observers recall, Thomas resolved after Hope Logan rejected his alternate marriage offer. Thomas went to Europe and wasn't known to be romantically involved with anyone. Hope was stupefied, and the followership was surprised when Thomas returned with Douglas Forrester, who appertained to Paris Buckingham as his mama. Samry's endearing persona snappily comforted Hope that she was still his mama. It would feel like a high time to have Atkinson, White, and Samry reappear in Los Angeles, California. A marriage should follow their blazoned engagement in the Forrester manse living room, right? B&B spoilers, Ridge Forrester deeply affected. Ridge was crying at the study of Taylor dying decades before her natural lifespan. He claimed that she wasn't going to abdicate herself to whatever the European croaker told her. Citing Eric Forrester's also morbid outlook, Ridge told Taylor that John Finn Finnegan interposed. Finn altered Eric's line with backing from Eric's croaker son, Bridget Forrester, who lately returned to L.A. Thankfully, Taylor agreed with Ridge and went to see Grace, who performed an enzyme-related test that handed lesser sapience. The plot advanced by weeks in 2 occurrences, which could indicate that an advance is approaching. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Taylor Hayes lives indefinitely? It's hard to know if Bootig came the recast because TPTB are planning to kill of Taylor. That would be a seismic event because Taylor is a heritage character. Hopefully, Taylor's dashed intentions of keeping her heart failure condition a secret, Ridge is getting enlightened, and Grace's addition in this plot will be positive developments in retrospection. Still, Taylor will be healthy, and Ridge will be in play in an unanticipated way, if a cheerful ending happens. Taylor didn't return to City to seek conciliation but rather to get her affairs in order before dying. So, if she lives, suckers may be presented with a unique angle to enter another Taylor, Ridge, Brooke Logan triangle. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, October 4th, 2024, tease Katie still torn over what to do about Bill. Katie Logan is a woman who just can't feel to make up her mind. As soon as she knew Bone Bill Spencer had a new woman in his life, she had to go digging. It was clear this was out of covetousness, but Katie couldn't admit that and still can't. Bill is indeed single again and soliciting for a reunion for the umpteenth time, but Katie can't commit, yet. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, was it a misdiagnosis? Perhaps she can still hear the voice of her own son in her head. Despite Bill's sincere pleas, she can also flash back Will Spencer's sincere pleas to not allow his pater to hurt her again. What Will said makes sense, but the heart wants what it wants. Katie also can't get the reason why she and Bill broke up out of her head. Her own family, Brooke Logan. Brooke and Bill's affair nearly broke Katie, but she got strong again and rebuilt her life. Katie confides her fears in Brooke, and Brooke has to eventually accept what she did to her family. Brooke can also assure Katie that she has no designs on Bill at all since she's happily with Ridge Forrester now. Ridge Forrester fears for Taylor Hayes. What Brooke doesn't know is that Ridge has been with Taylor Hayes all day, and she especially doesn't know why. Taylor is sure she's dying and Ridge wants to do anything he can to save her. When Taylor gets her test results back, she's confused and doubts what Dr. Grace Buckingham tells her. Is she completely fine, or are effects worse than Taylor ever imagined? Could the Croakers in Europe have been fully wrong about what's going on with Taylor? Ridge is curious as to why Taylor is asking so numerous questions. Could his ex-wife be hiding an indeed bigger secret than the belief that she's dying?